Hope everybody's well. I'll remind everybody, first of all, let's say Happy New Year to everybody. But I'll remind everybody to use your microphone on and off button when you speak. And we'll call this meeting to order. Today is the 9th day of January 2026. And this is the business meeting for the Scott County Fiscal Court. And as I said, we'll call it to order. And Happy New Year to everyone. I would ask you to join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Corman, will you lead us?
Sure. Let us pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Hamilton, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Hostetler.
Present.
Mr. Jones.
Here.
Mr. Wallace.
Here.
Mr. Corman.
Present.
Mr. Ellison.
Here.
Mr. Pratt. Mr. Livingston.
Mr. Livingston gave us the thumbs up.
Mr. Culbertson.
Here.
Judge Covington.
Present. With that said, let the record reflect that we have a quorum and we can conduct business. And we will move to item number 4, minutes of our previous meeting that was shared by Ms. Hamilton. Any questions or comments related to those minutes as they were shared? Motion from Rob Jones, second from Rick Hostetler. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Bills and hand checks as presented. Questions or comments related to those? Motion. Second. Mr. Corman with the motion. Second from Mr. Wallace. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. That leads us to number 6, which is an annual housekeeping task, a county employee's annual reappointment. Do we need anything other than just a motion to a reappointment? All right. That's all we need. We have a motion from Rick Hostetler, a second from Kelly Corman. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. That leads us to number 7. Let the record reflect that Sheriff Jeremy Nettles submitted sheriff's fees in the amount of $1,999,220.06. And let the record reflect that Rebecca Johnson, County Clerk, submitted fees in the amount of $130,277.45. That said, that will move us down to, I'll call Sheriff Nettles up and Sheriff's Office hiring proposal. I shared an email request from Sheriff Nettles, and I'm going to turn it over to you, Sheriff.
Thank you, Judge. Thanks, magistrates, for letting us be here today and talk about this proposal. I'm coming to you guys with the need and want to hire 3 provisional deputies. We currently have 3 open spots on our patrols with the anticipation of losing 1 deputy in March to another agency out of state. And then we have another possible retirement in June with another deputy, so that would put us at 5. With these 3 proposed provisional hires, I'm hoping to hire 3 non-certified individuals and send them to the academy. That's a lengthy process. Going through the hiring phase of that process, it's going to take approximately 3 months to do the background checks, do the interviews, and then we have to send them to Richmond for their physical fitness, their psychological test, and then after that, it's a polygraph test, a drug screen, and all that. And then once those steps are completed, we're able to sign them up for the academy. I've been able to look and see that there's several spots open in the April and May academy class. Those are the most realistic dates that if we're able to go forward with these 3 hires that we could get them in. Once in the academy, it's a 20-week academy. Once they graduate the academy, we do require our non-certified to hire a 3-year contract. They will be liable and required to stay with us for those 3 years. If not, they will be asked to reimburse their training cost. That contract, though, is only applicable if they go to another law enforcement agency. If they get out of law enforcement completely and go to the private sector, then they're not liable for that. But once completed the academy, they'll do a 12-week FTO period. So with all those, the hiring process, the academy, the 12-week FTO, it's approximately a 12-month from day one to on their own, working the streets on their own. So it's a long process. So with these 3 spots, we're able to keep our 3 spots currently open for a certified lateral hire. Those are hard to find. We get several, but we really dig deep into their background and their prior employment to make sure that we're not getting an issue. So we're really picky when it comes to those. So these 3 spots will allow us to stay ahead of any future departures.
Questions or comments? I shared just the, Jeff had put together just the cost analysis, and I shared that, benefit cost calculator with everything. I shared that, and you're anticipating, like right now, how many FTEs do we have open?
3.
3.
Yes, sir.
And you're anticipating two more openings.
One's very likely.
Yeah.
The other possible retirement in June could go either way.
Yeah. And you'd still want to try to find laterals.
Yes, yes, sir.
But by being proactive, you're trying to anticipate vacancies in the future and have people ready to step in.
Yes, sir.
What questions anyone have?
Chairman, during this time, will they be able to ride along, like in their training? Do they get to come out?
Yeah,
with everybody
so
else?
usually how we've done it in the past, and more than likely how we would do it now, is so we're not able to sign them up for an academy class until they're actually employed with us. And so assuming that we're able to get them employed, let's say the end of March, at that point that April class may be filled. And so they would maybe not be able to go until May. And for that month, they would be learning policy and procedures. They would be doing ride-alongs and learning the streets and the geography of Scott County.
And it's a challenge to find laterals. And
It is.
You're out and about and very visible and active in our community. I know, have you had people express interest of going to the academy that you think could be possible good candidates?
So we currently, on our application portal, we have over 220 applicants.
So I'm glad you brought this up.
So we've, my upper command staff and I, we've started going through all these applicants. And I've tasked each of the upper command to select 10 to 15 out of the 220 plus. And we're going to form a pool. And what we've done in the past, or we've done it once, and it worked really good the last time, we're going to have a testing day. We purchased a test from a company. It's a standardized test. We're going to have these 40 people. We're going to send it out to 40 to 50 and hopefully get 50% to show up. That's realistically usually how it happens. And we're going to do a test that day and do a physical fitness test to make sure that they're physically able to do the job. And then whittle it down and go through a background, interviews, and things of that nature.
They're going to have to run with you?
Yes.
All right. But, Jeff and I have talked, Michelle, and it's very difficult to calculate and estimate because you've got these vacancies. Right now, those vacancies are being covered by unscheduled overtime.
Yes.
And
Captain Betson actually has some numbers on that if you guys wanted to hear anything like that.
So just in the last 6 months, we have had 220 shifts that have had a shortage
that you've had to cover.
They may not be covered. It depends on the manpower, but either way, that shift is shorter. We normally have 4 deputies out. We'll have 3.
You don't have to say anything else, I don't think. I mean, that's enough information.
Yeah.
And that's good to know that we're, it's a challenge. And what other questions
I'm
or
ready to get
comments?
the process started. Let's get them on.
Is that a motion?
Yes, sir. Unless Rick had something to say.
You have a question?
I can, but
No, go ahead.
it's just back to the commitment you said that they would have if they went through the process, we paid for it, but then they left to go to another agency. That's, maybe Jeff can help me, or, that's similar to what's going on with EMS, right? When we put folks
Well,
in.
the fire department.
Fire.
It's a little different contract. The contract with the law enforcement, that hiring agency is responsible for reimbursing us,
Not the individual.
not the individual. So if they go to another law enforcement agency in Kentucky, then that law enforcement agency is responsible for reimbursing us for that training cost. If it occurs any time in a 3-year period
Correct.
after they go through the training.
And so, but the other ones, I thought EMS had a similar thing. I guess my memory's wrong on
Well,
that. You
EMS,
said-
well, they have the paramedic certification program. It's not, I
They
mean,
reimburse us for tuition if they don't fulfill.
yeah, and,
Which is
and they have
similar,
to stay
but-
for 3 years, and I think it's $6,000. But we're doing in-house training now, so I don't know that that's as much of a factor as it used to be in the past.
Good point. But you also say we're doing a similar thing with the fire department?
Fire department, absolutely, yes.
I mean, I think those are good programs that there's at least a little more commitment on the candidates side of things, which I think is good. If they're willing to make that commitment, that's pretty good.
No, it's a big investment
Yeah,
for the
sure.
county and for us to send somebody there.
It's even a bigger investment in law enforcement because of how long it takes to go through the academy, then the on-duty training. It's a long process before they're actually able to be on duty by themselves doing the jobs, yeah.
So if they don't make it through the academy, do they have to pay it back?
They don't sign that contract until they graduate the academy. So if there's a case where they're not unable to finish the academy, then they're not obligated for anything. But that's rare. It really is. When we do these applicants and go through the process of selecting them, we pretty much know, for the most part, if they're able to make it through or not, barring any issues.
I think looking at the number of calls for service, those calls for service are not going to get any less.
No.
They're going to continue to climb. We've got a motion. We have a second. So
Can you repeat those for me?
the motion was made by Rob Jones, the second by Dwayne Ellison.
Thank you.
Now, just for a little housekeeping, David Livingston, can you try to? We can't hear you still, and I've sent a text.
I can hear him. It's really low.
It's really low, so I've got Zach working on it. If you have anything you want to text, we can do that until we get you fixed. Sorry for the inconvenience. But we've got a motion and a second. Any other comments or questions? All those in favor of the proposal for 3 provisionals, please say aye.
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
with that said, that impacts our salary cap numbers, and Stacy actually has that, as I said in the email, that would do that. So that's our next item up. And Sheriff, you want to make any comments about the salary cap number? And one of the things that has impacted it from last year is the construction of the judicial center is going to require an additional court security. How many approximately from AOC?
Their numbers just seemed extremely high. After meeting with Sergeant Hayes and Michelle and Captain Johnson, we believe that the best number to start with is 5 additional hires, and those, at this point, looking at 5 part-time, not full-time hires. And I mean, we may get in there and realize that we may need a couple more. We won't know that until we get in there. And really, the judges, from what Sergeant Hayes is telling me, they may hold more trials here in Scott County because of the new, bigger, nicer facility, able to accommodate more people and things of that nature. So if that becomes the case, we may need to look at those numbers.
Okay. Magistrate Livingston, can we do a test?
Yeah, can you hear me?
We've got you. We've got you now. So, thank you all. So, Mr. Culbertson has the order, and anything else you want to add? Of course,
No.
we've added school resource officers since last year, plus
An additional one. that
an
was
additional
added.
one. But Michelle also shared, there between all the grant money and then also the reimbursements from AOC, school board, there's a significant amount of reimbursement that drops that number down as well.
I
So
believe it was almost about $800,000.
almost $800,000. So, Mr. Culbertson, if you read the order, then we'll go from there.
Annual order setting maximum amount for deputies and assistants pursuant to KRS 64.530, Section 3. The fiscal court shall fix annually the maximum amount, including fringe benefits, which the officer may expend for deputies and assistants. The Fiscal Court of Scott County, in compliance with state law, hereby sets the maximum amount which the County Sheriff of Scott County may expend from fees during the calendar year 2026 at $7,285,000 for deputies, assistants, and other employees. The maximum amount as set includes all amounts paid from fees for full-time salaries and wages, overtime wages, part-time salaries and wages, vacation and sick leave, health insurance, insurance other than health, and employer match Social Security / retirement.
Any questions or comments, and would there be a motion? Motion? Second.
Second, Judge, I will make a quick
Who's
comment.
first, sorry?
The motion was Dwayne. The second was Mr. Hostetler. I think Mr. Livingston and Mr. Hostetler have a comment before we move forward.
Just a quick one. I know it's a bigger number than last year, but I think this is one of the biggest commitments that we have as county government is to protect our community. And so, we have to do that. And I think our agency, Sheriff's Department, is well-run, and I think they do look at the money, but they also are out there to protect us, and I'm glad to make that motion.
Appreciate those comments, and I agree with you 100%. David Livingston.
I didn't have a comment. I was just trying to make a motion.
Thank you, Mr. Livingston. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Sheriff, that brings us to, and Mr. Culbertson, that brings us to the 2026 annual fee estimate report. Cam will read that.
All right. Form for budget, cumulative quarterly report, and annual settlement, calendar year 2026, Scott County Sheriff. Let's see, receipt year-to-date, 2026 fee budget estimate is $2,821,600, and the book balance excess fees estimate is the same, $2,821,600.
Any questions or comments there? And we just need a motion to approve that.
Motion.
Motion from David Livingston, second from Kelly Corman. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. And that will lead us to the 2025 annual settlement report.
All right. Form for budget, cumulative quarterly report, and annual settlement for calendar year 2025. The receipts, 2025 fee budget estimate was $2,452,900. The book balance excess fees is that same amount, $2,452,900. The 2025 fee account cumulative actual receipts, $2,567,838.83. Total disbursements were that same amount, $2,567,838.83. State drug account receipts, $47,812.99. Disbursements from state drug account were $12,311.17. Book balance or excess fees, state drug account was $35,501.82. Donation account receipts, $5,232.87. Disbursements were $250, and book balance excess fees from donation account were $4,982.87.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? Would there be a motion?
Motion.
Motion? Second?
Second.
Second from Mr. Wallace. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you very much. You all, thanks for what you do, and know you'll get to work on trying to get the best we can get.
We will.
So
Yeah.
I appreciate
Thank you
it.
guys very
Yes,
much.
sir.
Yes.
That leads us to number 12, the clerk's annual order. Salary cap.
You have that, Steve?
You have that, Stacy? And you shared this via email as well, and I'll ask Cam to read it, and then we'll take any questions.
Annual order setting maximum amount for deputies and assistants pursuant to KRS 64.530, Section 3. Fiscal court shall fix annually the maximum amount, including fringe benefits, which the officer may expend for deputies and assistants. The Fiscal Court of Scott County, in compliance with state law, hereby sets the maximum amount which the county clerk of Scott County may expend from fees during calendar year 2026 at $1,835,000 for deputies, assistants, and other employees. The maximum amount as set includes all amounts paid from fees for full-time salaries and wages, overtime wages, part-time salaries and wages, vacation and sick leave, health insurance, insurance and other than health, employer match Social Security / retirement.
Questions or comments? Would there be a motion?
Motion.
Motion from Kelly Corman,
Second.
second from David Livingston. Any other questions? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. And that leads us to number 13, clerk annual fee estimate report.
All right, form for budget, cumulative, quarterly report, and annual settlement for calendar year 2026. This is for the county clerk. 2026 fee account budget estimate beginning balance is $27,659,400. Total disbursements 2026 estimate is $25,527,450. Projected fees to fiscal court $2,131,950.
Thank you, Mr. Culbertson. Any questions or comments there? Would there be a motion to accept that and approve it as presented?
So moved.
So moved. Second from Rick Hostetler. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. That leads us to number 14, which is a resolution 2519 annual road aid agreement. And I'll ask Mr. Culbertson to read that resolution, and then we'll answer any questions. This is pretty routine housekeeping.
Resolution 2519, Fiscal Court of Scott County, resolution adopting and approving the execution of a county road aid co-op program contract between the Fiscal Court and the Commonwealth of Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, Department of Rural and Municipal Aid for the fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2025, as provided in the Kentucky Revised Statutes, and accepting all roads and streets referred to therein as being a part of the county road system. Be it resolved by the Fiscal Court that the Fiscal Court does hereby accept all roads and streets referred to in said contract as being a part of the county road system, and the Fiscal Court does hereby ratify and adopt all statements, representations, warranties, covenants, and agreements contained in said contract, and does hereby accept said contract, and by such acceptance agrees to all the terms and conditions therein stated. And the county judge executive of the county is hereby authorized and directed to sign said contract as set forth on behalf of the Fiscal Court of Scott County. That's it.
We'll have to get that changed.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah. Stacy just found where
Is there any more to it, Stacy?
it was done with
No,
2025.
this resolution approves that agreement.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
So are there any questions or comments there? And would there be a motion to approve that?
Motion.
Motion from Rob Jones,
Second.
second from Chad Wallace. Any other questions or comments?
Judge, when you'll be meeting with the state road department, I know it's usually in the spring sometime. Is that in February or
1st of March, JR.
is that, okay.
1st of March.
All right.
Yep. And Kelly Baker actually was over here with JR and I earlier this week on an invitation from me, and we did a little,
Oh,
little tour.
fantastic.
So
Great.
anyway, we've got a motion and a second. We need to approve that. So all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. That leads us to EMS MOU, and this was shared via email. Chris, would you like to make any comment? And there was a change about ballistic vests being already available.
Yes.
and such. So any questions or comments there?
The only thing I'd say, I think maybe you said this in the email, cities Emily Buttram with the city has reviewed it, and they're fine with it. I think they plan to approve it Monday at council.
Okay. So, any questions or comments? And would there be a motion to approve the agreement?
That's just a mutual.
Yeah, just a mutual agreement.
Correct.
Outlining motion from Rick Hostetler. Second from Kelly Corman. David Livingston. Thank you. Kelly says give it to David. Kelly says give it to David. All right. So we have a motion, we have a second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. And that leads us to EMS promotions with Jeff and Chris as well.
One quick piece of business. On behalf of Chris Runyon, just pleased to recommend the promotion of Haven McKinney to advanced EMT, and it'll be $16 an hour, and Devin Thompson to $20 an hour. That'll be effective January 17th. These are both part-time employees, and they both have obtained a higher level of certification, which merits the additional pay increase.
Very good. Good for them.
Yeah.
Questions or comments or motion? Motion from Rick Hostetler.
Second.
I do wonder what that does to the staffing.
Well, they're part-time.
They're part-time.
Yeah, so it doesn't have any.
But do we have any full-time openings?
We do not have
see
any
that.
full-time openings.
So Rick, we have no full-time openings.
Yeah, I see that. I thought one of them was full-time, but I see it. You have it
Yeah.
part-time, both of them. Sorry.
Okay. No.
Thanks, Judge.
So, no, absolutely. So, any other questions? I don't know. Did I ask for a motion there? You got
Rick and Rob.
Rick and Rob. So, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. And that kind of leads us to fire department travel. Chief Ward, Chief Baker's here.
Florida?
No.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Wrong way.
As long as you bring the truck
Be
back.
cold.
Can you drive it back?
Yeah, can you grab it back?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to run the risk.
So the request, go ahead and go with this request, and we'll talk a little bit.
Thanks, sir. Thanks, Judge Magistrates. The request is for out-of-state travel to Wisconsin to be January 20th through and coming back the 24th. But this will be the final inspection for the 3 pumpers. So get up there on a Tuesday and fly back Saturday, but we'll do that final inspection on 3 pumpers.
So, there, you know,
Want me
this is,
to tell you who's going?
yeah.
So it'll be Baker, Oliver, Adam White, Barnett, Malloy, and Grimes.
Great.
It'll be the 6 that'll be going.
Okay. Now, along those lines, I shared an email that Chief Baker and Chief Ward shared about pretty much the equipment failure of one older pumper that's actually going to be replaced that was on I-75, and it pretty much disintegrated on I-75. So one of these pumpers will be replacing that one, and then the other 2 are replacing 2 other older pieces of apparatus.
Yeah, so 7 and 8 will go into reserves. Is that correct? You want to come up? Our goal is to have basically ultimately 3 reserves once we get all 3 pumpers in service. One of those pumpers won't have anything on it, but it's just there in case we need it. The other 2 will be fully stocked with equipment.
But like right now, we're relying on a loaner from Lexington.
We are.
I'm very appreciative of that.
And we're not using it currently, but it's there.
It's there as a backup.
Yeah.
And you all know that, this has been we paid for these pumpers out of three different budgets, and the backup with fire apparatus across the United States is a major issue. And, I'm very grateful that we elected to move forward with a plan, a strategic plan to put us in a better position. I can't imagine if we were sitting right now and we didn't have what we have on order, we would not be in good shape.
Not be in good shape.
And so the hope is that these apparatus will be delivered mid-February.
That's our hope, yes.
Yes.
Depending
So-
on what they find during final.
Yeah.
If it's nothing too big, they'll, should roll out of there fairly soon. I guess the biggest thing is, once they get fixed, whatever we identify, is getting a driver to bring them down here.
Yeah. So
I was going to ask that, so the company will drive them down.
They have drivers that will bring them, yeah. And at first, when they get it here, they take it to the Shelbyville location. That's their service center. They'll get them there. They'll do another quick run through them, and then they'll bring them to us. And then we'll start that process of getting all the equipment and everything mounted on.
So are there any other questions related to the request, and would there be a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. So the other thing, Zach, would you put up the graphic that, so along these same lines, when we adjourn, we're going to go out and go to 2200 Cincinnati Pike to push in this new ladder truck that we ordered 4 years ago. And help me, it's replacing a 1999 version that has served us very well, but we are in dire need of putting this in active service, so this will go in service. All staff's been trained on it, and it's been gone over with a fine-tooth comb, and I'm very proud and thankful for the fiscal court's efforts to be proactive to put us in a position to be able to serve the community, and thank you all for your leadership. And, I just very, very, if we tried to order that today, it'd be another $400,000 or $500,000 probably.
And a lot more expensive.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Any comments or questions there?
I just want to restate to you all, how much we appreciate your all support, because that right there and these 3 pumpers that we're getting ready to go do a final on, it wouldn't be a possibility without you all. And, we just want you all to know how much we appreciate your all support as well.
Well, right along the same lines as the sheriff's office, the fire department's right there, front lines, EMS front lines, EMA, all the people, the road department when it storms, when it snows, serving our community. We exist to serve our community, and you can't do your job if you don't have the equipment. Right. Same thing for the sheriff's office, road department, EMS, and very grateful for the fiscal court's leadership of making it a priority to have a plan and plan forward and do it out of a physically responsible way out of multiple budgets. So I'm very grateful. Comments?
Judge, I'll just say, I talked with Chief Baker earlier this week when I got the email, and you want to share us kind of, like I was kind of looking at where is this going to put us in the fleet with reserve, and you may want to share with them the possibility of the cost and maybe where we're going with this, the 05 pumper.
If you got the email, the actual drive shaft broke off the transfer case underneath the truck. So it was still attached to the rear end. So at 70 miles an hour going down the interstate, the drive shaft's beating up underneath the truck. So we're looking at
how somebody didn't get hurt possibly.
Yeah, it ripped the airlines off, so they had to coast to a stop.
And it's good they were on the interstate to where they could gradually coast to get over to the side to get the thing stopped.
So needless to say, very unexpected. Looking at the truck, you're looking at least $50,000 probably to get the truck back in running order. But after I talked to Master Wallace, said that we plan on surplusing this truck anyway. This was the first truck out when these new trucks come in. So if we do spend $50,000, less than a month we're going to surplus the truck. So.
Would your all's recommendation to be, and JR has looked at it, I'm sure. Have you looked at JR too?
I know about it.
Yeah. Yeah, but you've had the, do you all want to ask for a motion to just go ahead and surplus that truck now? Is there any reason not to?
Yeah, we got that one, and we got another one that JR's building right now that needs to be surplus.
If you can submit me
And then the
VIN
ladder.
number.
Would that help, Stacy? Well, we'll wait till the next meeting and get that, document, and we'll share it with the court, and then we'll do it next meeting. It's
But
not
I'd like to have some conversation and, with Brent Lee as well, because maybe, especially the ladder truck, maybe that's an avenue we could go through with them and let them sell it and maybe get more money than.
the ladder truck.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know if they would even be interested in 2 trucks. It's not.
So if you'll put together an email with a request, it's wise to put that out, and then we'll do it at the next meeting.
But my point is, I don't think we need to spend any money on it.
That's throwing good money at bad equipment.
Yeah.
$50,000 would be.
And that's
probably low end, truthfully.
Yeah. And how old is that truck?
It's 05.
So we got an 05 that's being replaced, and then the other two that.
There'll be an 07 and an 09 going to backup.
All right.
And then the other 05 are going to backup, just stripped, no equipment
Just
on it.
stripped and sitting there.
Worst case scenario.
Yeah. So like, we are replacing aging, I think what we've done is very, very beneficial. So that was just new business, just for information. I have no other new business. Does anyone else have any new business?
I just want to make a comment thinking about that truck. It's awesome that Fayette County has
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
stepped in there. And I know y'all have a relationship with them. That's good too.
We don't have to do it. And
I probably wanted to.
I have no other new business. Now, I had put executive session on there after having some emails and conversations with Cam and our legal representative. We do not need to have an executive session, so we are going to skip over that. And is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion. Second from David Livingston. Any other comments? We are all those in favor of adjournment. Any opposed? We're adjourned. Thank you all.